getting ready for a serious dose of inspiration today. We're diving deep into this motivational speech. It's packed with ideas on success and purpose. Let's see what we can pull out, what resonates with us, and for you listening, of course.
Yeah, what jumps out at me is this whole symphony metaphor for success. Like, reaching your goals, it's not just about you winning. It's this bigger thing about harmony, working with people, leaving something behind that matters. It's almost like movements in a musical piece.
I like that. So first movement, setting the stage, right? Personal growth, lots of that. Lifelong learning, setting smart goals, which I'm all about. Even a Thomas Edison quote in here about finding 10,000 ways that don't work before you get to the light bulb.
Right, but it goes deeper than the usual set a goal, boom, you did it stuff. The speech talks about aligning your goals with who you actually want to be, internal change, not just checking boxes off a list.
So it's about the journey of figuring yourself out as you go.
Yeah.
Not just the end result.
Exactly. And that kind of leads into the second movement, thinking about the people and things that impact your journey. There's this 5 people rule. You're the average of the 5 you hang out with most.
Always makes you think, who am I spending time with? But then, something I didn't expect, talks about money smarts. Not your usual motivational pep talk stuff.
Really refreshing to see that. Understanding money, building assets, making smart financial choices. It even throws in a Warren Buffett quote about making your money work for you.
Okay, so we've got personal growth, financial savvy, solid base. Then, out of nowhere, facing your fears head on, there's this Eleanor Roosevelt line. You must do the thing you think you cannot do.
Whoa. It doesn't just say, don't be scared. It's like, fear is a sign you're pushing your boundaries. It ties it to persistence, too. That Calvin Coolidge thing, nothing beats persistence, not even being super talented.
So lean into the discomfort. That's where you grow. Love that. But then, just when you think it's all about pushing yourself, bam, legacy. Maya Angelou quote, people forget what you said, what you did, but never how you made them feel.
That's where the whole service idea comes in. It even talks about Ubuntu, that African philosophy, interconnectedness. Your success isn't solo, it affects everyone. Like, we're all in this giant web, What you do ripples out.
It's true. So we're building ourselves up, money smarts, all that. But there's also a section on leadership.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not the usual be the boss stuff. It's more about influence, the impact you have. Leading by example. Getting people fired up to be leaders themselves.
More like a way of being, not just a job title.
Exactly. And then, something you don't always hear in these talks, health. Taking care of yourself physically.
Makes sense. Can't run on empty. Got to fill your own cup first, right?
Totally. Exercise, good food, enough sleep. It says those simple things make a huge difference in your energy, your focus, everything.
Small choices every day add up to a healthy lifestyle. But then it goes into communication skills, which I think is huge GE for success.
Oh, absolutely. Getting your ideas across clearly, whether it's personal or at work, active listening, different communication styles. It's a whole thing.
And it's not just talking. It's about really hearing the other person. But then it goes even deeper. Storytelling as a form of communication.
I loved that part. Stories have this way of grabbing you, making you feel things, It says to use that power to connect with people, share your experiences.
There's that quote, something like, people don't remember what you say, they remember how you made them feel. And stories do that, right?
They do. And then something close to my heart, never stop learning. This speech is big on that. The world's always changing. Got to keep up.
So be curious, keep learning new stuff. Never think you've got it all figured out.
Right. It even says bumps in the road, those are part of learning. Don't think of them as failures, they're lessons.
Like that growth mindset thing. Always room to improve.
Totally. And then back to fear, kind of full circle. It says, yeah, fear is normal, but don't let it run the show.
Like, feel the fear and do it anyway. I like that it says to figure out why you're scared.
Often it's more in our heads than actual danger, right?
Yeah.
It says to challenge those negative thoughts, those limiting beliefs. Maybe fear is stopping you from going after what you really want.
So, gotta change your perspective. See fear as this mental hurdle you can jump over. But then we're back to habits, which we touched on earlier.
It's like a thread through the whole thing. Good habits, bad habits. Got to figure out which ones are helping you, which ones are holding you back.
It's true. Even little things done over and over, they shape you. What was that? Habits shape your character. Character shapes your destiny.
Powerful stuff. It's about being aware of what you do every day. Are those actions building you up or tearing you down?
Right. Okay. So time management, that's another big one it keeps coming back to.
It's like, okay, you've got all this potential, these great habits,
Yeah.
but got to use your time right. Making sure what you do matches what's actually important to you.
Time is what we want most, but what we use worst. Right.
So true. The speech is all about being intentional, like treat your time like it's valuable, 'cause it is.
Setting boundaries, saying no to things, focusing on what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then, this is cool. Goal visualization.
I love that stuff. It's like our minds are powerful. We can use them to make things happen, spend time imagining those goals, really feel what it's like to achieve them.
Like making a movie in your head, your dream future.
Yeah.
But then, it gets real.
Yeah.
Visualization's not enough. Gotta have the hustle too.
It says, look, success isn't the straight line up. There'll be dips and curves. Those setbacks, they're not the end. They're part of the process.
So resilience, bouncing back, it's more than willpower. It's figuring out how to work smarter, not just harder.
Exactly. And this part's important. Believe in yourself. You can do this. But then, after all that go-get-'em energy, it circles back to gratitude again.
Gratitude keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like even when things are tough, find something to be thankful for.
It's about training your brain to focus on the good stuff, no matter how small. It actually changes how you feel.
Like instead of, I don't have this, I wish I had that, it's, I'm grateful for this, and this, and this.
Exactly. It even says, gratitude's not just a feeling, it's something you do. Show people you appreciate them. Make it a habit.
So thank you notes, little acts of kindness, just being aware of the good stuff. Okay, but then affirmations. That's always interesting.
The power of self-talk, right? Using those positive statements to change your beliefs.
Like, I am capable, I am strong, that kind of thing. But it also says affirmations got to be more than just words, got to be specific.
Totally. The speech is all about making them smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So it's not just fluffy feel-good stuff. It's tied to your actual goals.
Like, by this date, I will have achieved this, but phrased in a positive way.
Exactly. You're using the power of language to shape your reality, basically.
Okay, so then we're back to decision making, like all these tools, all this growth, but ultimately you got to make choices.
Right. And those choices determine where you end up. The speech says those decisions got to match your values, what you truly believe in. It's not just about what's easy or convenient. It's about, does this move me closer to the person I want to be, the life I want to live? Every choice matters.
It's like having a guide on the side, someone who's been there, done that.
Exactly. And they're not just telling you what to do, they're sharing their own experiences, the mistakes they made, the lessons they learned.
Yeah, that's invaluable. But then the speech kind of flips it, saying mentoring's a two-way street.
Right. Like, we can be mentors too, even if we don't feel like experts. Everyone has something to share that could help someone else.
Passing on the knowledge, paying it forward. But after all this outward focus, the speech circles back to self-reflection. Like, whoa, time to look inward again.
It's that balance, right? Looking outward for guidance, but also checking in with yourself, seeing how you're doing.
It's like taking stock. Am I on the right path? Do I need to adjust course? But this time, it emphasizes celebrating your wins, even the small ones.
Oh, that's so important, I think. It's easy to get laser focused on what's next and forget to pat yourself on the back for what you've already accomplished.
Yeah, like, okay, I hit that milestone. Awesome. Time to celebrate. Helps you stay motivated, right? But then, after all that personal growth stuff, it's back to legacy. One last time.
It's like this underlying theme through the whole speech, this idea that your life has a ripple effect. This time it's saying your legacy isn't just built in a day, it's the accumulation of all your choices, your actions, everything you do.
So it's thinking about the impact you want to have, what you want to be remembered for, not just what you achieve for yourself.
Right, it's bigger than that. How do you treat people? What kind of energy are you putting out into the world? It's about living a life of meaning, a life that inspires others.
Wow, what a ride this speech has been. It's like a blueprint for creating a life that matters, not just success for yourself, but being a good person along the way.
It's about tapping into your potential, building those good habits, having the right people around you, making choices that reflect who you want to be.
It's pretty inspiring. It's like, yeah, we can create a life that's successful and fulfilling using these ideas from the speech. We can really make a difference.
Absolutely. So to everyone listening, as you go after your own goals, remember to be curious, don't be afraid of challenges, be thankful for what you've got, and keep learning.
And remember, your success isn't just about you. It's about how you impact others, the legacy you leave behind, the good you put out into the world. Go create that awesome life full of purpose and joy.
That's it. We hope this deep dive into this powerful speech gave you some good takeaways, maybe even inspired you to create a life that's truly meaningful and successful on your own terms.